I've earned the title. I have multiple degrees, and I'm not going to prove anything to anybody. My obedience is to God, not to people. And so as long as I'm in his will and I'm serving and I'm doing his, his word, my sheep will know my voice. Even the sheep in wolf clothing. That is not my battle.
Well,
that's
with the
his.
questions that are out there, why not provide the proof of your degree? Why not?
Well, a couple of things, right? I have multiple degrees, and my thing is that my proof isn't something that I have to prove to individuals. My proof is already within my credentials, my degrees, and also more than just my titles, it's in how effective I've been. All of my sessions have been live for the most part. My sessions with Nick Cannon, Cam Newton, Shannon Sharp, B. Simone, they have all been for the world to see.
But I think, and I've gotten this question from many viewers, and I owe it to them,
you
in
do.
service to
Absolutely.
them. Why not drop doctor from your name if you cannot bring forth that doctoral degree?
So I've already covered this, right? And we're here obviously to talk about my new book. So I've earned the title. I have multiple degrees, and I'm not going to prove anything to anybody. And we're going to leave it just as that. Yeah.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Baby, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
And that's where, and you're standing by that.
Standing by it. Yeah, right. Because I earned it.
I get it that people want to tear Mrs. Dr. Cheyenne down.
Dr. Cheyenne.
And you have to listen what she said, because I'm like, yeah, maybe she isn't a credentialed doctor like everybody else is who's in this space, but she's made a lane to where she became famous off of being in this lane. And so many people want to do it. And she said, I heard her, she said, I created my own lane. Did you hear that part? Mm-hmm. She created her own lane to where, listen, if people are going to listen to my advice and I can change lives and I can help you go from a negative to a positive, regardless of my credentials, do I have to go to school to be qualified? Like, people feel like you got to go to school to be qualified to be at a certain level. And I get it. Like if I feel like if you're changing lives and you're able to say, walk away from Dr. Cheyenne, like, damn, that really helped me out. Just because she put doctor in front of her, I mean, people do that all the time. You think she's the only one? No, she's the most famous one. There's a lot of people that I know that got the doctor, they ain't nowhere near got the credentials for that. So I'm just like, man, she created this lane. Once she's getting bigger and bigger. Now people are like really questioning it, like, oh, where is this? Your license for the people who like, listen, man. She has created something that's like positive. She's influential. And to some degree, she knows what she's talking about, because these people who go to school that become doctors in intellect and conversation to where you're a psychologist and you can do things, therapist and all these things to get the doctor. Just because you went by the book, that don't mean she's less qualified. She did it a different way.
But she's saying she does have her doctorate in her stuff.
Yeah, but like people questioning if she don't. Even if she don't, and if she can't prove it, and she changing lives, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I had a link in the description where you can watch the clips in the beginning in full and from the Marissa Mitchell show, and also Paul Pierce with The Truth at the Dark. As Cheyenne Bryant name has came up, and man, it's been a real long week for her on the internet. After she made that first appearance on The Breakfast Club, DJ Envy told her right there in her face, it's finna be a law. They finna kill you, because she said she don't have the documented proof of her being an actual doctor, and she said she's not finna prove it to nobody, and she ain't finna have to. She shouldn't have to prove it to nobody. She broke down what happened with the school. Supposedly, I knew the internet would get to working in real time. Go looking it up, and you can go type it on YouTube, and it's gonna pop up a bunch of YouTubers. They gonna go do the real search, research, because they want to get on the internet and they want to call you a grifter if that's what what you pushing right there. And that's just what that is when it comes to that doctor term. Then she doubled down on the Marissa Mitchell show, and that made it even worse. She made it go up some more with that, because she started talking in the word semantics and not answer this, it's on God, and God got this. And they like, all they asked was you as a doctor, then you got the proof. And she started talking about these sessions, which was her doing interviews. So you call it your interview sessions, 9 things, where you're going onto other people's platforms. It's like, whoa. So they dug some more stuff coming out, and I got to keep it all the way 1,000. Hear what Paul Pierce said right there. It's crazy because he the one that kind of really kicked it off for the people to even question her a little bit. Not me, because once I first heard her talk one time, I said, oh, nah, I see right through it. When women talk like that, I overstand it, been through it, seen it. I'm already hip, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, do your thing, go up. They say you're a doctor. I never looked it up, still ain't looked it up, don't want to look it up. But the people, they gonna look it up. They gonna put it in everybody's face because you talking. And then when she made that one comment about doctors, basically it's just having the name on there so they can charge the insurance, basically. I said, whoa, they gonna take some offense to that, because it's a lot of doctors that don't take insurance in this game, and they didn't put that work in. They didn't got all them credentials and the paperwork, the time, the effort, the energy. They like, hold on, who's she talking to? So let me keep it all the way 1,000. Paul Pierce, I hear what he's saying, and there is truth to pieces of that. Are there doctors out here that ain't really that good and don't really know everything they talking about? Of course. There's a lot of things that people on the streets have learned better than doctors. There's old ancient or just things that got passed down in history that can save you money from going to the doctor. That ain't what this is about. The message is about her portraying herself as a doctor and using them 3 things, the D, the R, and the period, as a form of respect, and using it and talking with the terms of, hey, I've went and got the training from this. I've went and got certified. I'm a real professional with this, and y'all should be listening to me. I got the right answers. What people are going to say when you pushing doctor in the front and you're talking like you got the answers and you saying you a doctor, they're going to say, well, hold on, what's your credentials? Where was your training done at? Are you really qualified to speak the way that you're speaking? If not, once you start selling courses and you sell things on your websites, like they say that she do, the videos, they got them all on there. She got everything. Now, they're going to say, well, hold on, you're an influencer and you're selling these things as the relationship stuff, so you're really actually a grifter. That's how they gonna call it on the internet. I don't be concerned with it, but I do know when you're talking with the word salad and the semantics, and can't no woman tell me how to be a man in this world in the form of like she does. Yes, we have single mothers out here. They have to do their best to raise boys to be men and the things that they won't expect men to be in today's society in the world. Yes, you can do that. But you can never in a true form tell me how to be a man if you ain't got nuts and hanging between your legs, for the simple, and I mean born with nuts, because of the simple fact, these things in the society of the day are what men are expected in the earthly form. But you got to be a man if you ain't got nothing to your name but your balls. That's just what it is. And nobody else can do that if you ain't never been a man before. So, you know, she keep talking, but Paul Pierce jumped out there. I don't know what that is. He gave some examples of why he felt that way. Yeah, man, you know, it's a movie where a doctor got his game from somebody else and just used it like he had the information. But it was really a guy who wasn't a doctor that was healing and helping. He knew more than the doctor about that. That is true. That can happen, but that's not what it is right here. That's not what they tripping with her over. But tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all at 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your